Okay, so freestyle and 3 points. Okay, so let's see. You guys want to help me get him? So go get him down, but don't stand on fours. There you go. Okay, right there, that's not a score. Okay, now break one arm down or foot, whichever. There we go. Now that's 2. Okay, it's 3 points on the mat. Okay, if you have 4, if you're holding 4 up and you're not on the mat, that's not a score. Okay, the other thing, let's see. So we have the step out, which is 1 point. A reversal is 1 point. Okay, if somebody takes you down and they gain control and come back up on top, that's 1 point for the opponent. Okay. The other is the shot clock. Okay, if it's a 2-minute match, the first passivity warning's gonna put you on the shot clock immediately. We're gonna stop action. I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna be saying red action, red attack. You start hearing officials saying that, they're telling you they're getting ready to call you for passivity. Okay, so that's your warning. All right, and I asked the officials today to try to be a little more vocal, because when you guys go to tournaments, we're always very vocal. We try to control the mat. We try to let you know what we're thinking and what we're going to do. So then you get put on the clock. I'm going to put you on the clock. If it's 2-minute rounds, you're going to get put on the clock probably right around between 1 minute and 1 minute 15 seconds if there was no score. Okay, you've got 30 seconds to score if you get put on the clock. If you don't score, your opponent gets 1 point. Okay, and likewise, what would probably happen the next round, if there's still no action, we're probably going to give the other wrestler a chance to score from the mat. Okay, so action is what we want. Okay, slip throws, that's why slip throws, we stop it and bring you right back up. We want you to be offensive minded. We want everybody to be trying to work on offense. Okay, so then we have 2 points. 2-point throw is a takedown, okay, a gut wrench, a leg lace. Every time you expose the bat beyond 90 degrees, it's not 45 like it is at folk style, it's 90 degrees. So you don't have to turn it much. 4-point throw is going to be feet to back, put into danger. You're put into danger of a fall. Okay, so that's for the 4-point, and then of course a 5-point is a superior throw, usually a suplex or something where your legs are going to come up way up high, and it's one of those throws where you just watch it and you go, wow, that was amazing. And I tell you, I've been officiating freestyle now for about 40 years, and every time I see one, I still, you know, it's like you know it's a 5-point throw, and it doesn't matter if it's little guys or big guys, because I see some great suplexes from some young kids. Okay, so then now if you are wrestling a 3-minute match at about 1:30, I'm gonna put somebody on the clock if their score is still 0-0. The goal is to not have the first period end 0-0. It should never end 0-0. Okay? And if I have 2 guys that aren't really working at all, you both might get put on the clock in the first period. But see, the problem with when you put people on the clock like that and nobody else scores is that, in a sense, we're warning you to be active, action, contact. We're telling you, because what happens is the first wrestler gets a point, then we give it to the second wrestler, and they get a point, and the match ends. Who wins? Whoever scored the point last. Exactly. So don't want to be that person, okay? If we're 1-1 and it's tied, it's going to be who scored the last point, okay? So, and that's kind of where they change the rule a little bit in Greco, is that Greco, you can call three passivities, okay? But the first one's going to be a point for each person. The third one you can call, and it's a good way to use. We did it last week. There was one that ended 0-0. It shouldn't have, but we adjusted it and we fixed it. We called passivity on the one wrestler at about 20 seconds after the start of the period. Called it on the next wrestler about another 20 seconds. So right there, we were kind of deciding the match. We didn't do that. So we called the third one. We called the third one for the guy that got the first point. So he had a chance to win. Okay, that's why they put that third one in there. So that the other wrestler, I mean, you got 20 seconds, you got to do something from the bottom. Let's see, what else we talked about? Okay, freestyle, 10 points is a tech fall. Greco, 8 points is a tech fall. Okay, how many people are wrestling Greco today? Okay, good. That's good. Okay, so with Greco, three cautions or 3 defensive leg fouls, you're disqualified. So remember, Greco is only hips and above. We don't attack legs, and if you do, they're gonna give you a call. And in Greco, if you get called for passivity, we go to parterre. Okay, what's your parterre? Okay, so this is parterre position. Okay, and then we're going to go, and I'm going to tell you when you're working from the bottom, you're going to hear us say, "Attack, blue." Attack, okay? And we're telling you, we're getting ready to bring you up if you don't do anything, okay? So usually you're going to get about 5 to 10 seconds, depending on the referee and depending on if you're trying to make action or not to get the first point. You score 2. I'm going to start that clock's going to kind of start back over again, okay? If, on both styles, when you're on the mat, close your arms so you can't get it. Right there, okay, you have to open up your arms. He has to be able to get in there. So I'm going to say open, open red, okay? You've got to open up. Okay, you don't, we can stop it, you can get penalized for that. Okay? So you got to make sure we're open, let the other wrestler get the chance to score. There was something else I wanted to talk about. Anybody have any questions? Are we ready? You guys got matches? No, not yet. Okay. And a couple of things too. We wouldn't be doing this tournament without these kids out here fishing. Okay, thank you, Dale. We can't run this tournament without these guys out here. Okay? If they make a mistake, come and find me. Don't yell at them, please. Because they're here. Without them, we don't have this tournament. Okay? And they did a great job last week. They're just going to continue to improve every week. But if you have a real issue, come find me. I'll be walking around here. I have no problem. Come and talk to me instead of going to them. Now, of course, if you see a scoring error or something, go to the table. Don't just yell from the corner. Go over to the table and say, "Hey, did we miss a score here?" Approach them nicely. And like I say, next week, probably the Easter holiday probably has something to do with a lot of people not being here this weekend. But you're more than welcome to bring your pop-ups for outside to have shade and have room. Okay? All right, everybody, have a good tournament.